Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a JC Wings Garuda Indonesia Boeing 737 MAX 8 featuring the brand new split tip winglets and a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Waffle Collectibles, whose store is based out of Riverside, California, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.wafflecollectibles.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share you some information about the history of Garuda Indonesia, if you would please. Garuda Indonesia is an Indonesian-based airline carrier that was founded on August 1st, 1947 as KLM Inter Air Bedrift and commenced operations on January 26, 1949 as Garuda Indonesian Airways and operated under that airline's name until 1985. And that's when Garuda decided to undergo their corporate identity change, which included a new livery scheme makeover, a new logo, as well as a brand new logo type, and changed its name from Garuda Indonesian Airways to what has become known to the aviation world today as Garuda Indonesia. Garuda Indonesia was actually named after the holy bird Garuda of Hinduism as well as Buddhism, and as well as the country's national emblem, as Garuda Indonesia is also the national flag carrier airline for the country of Indonesia, whereas the headquarters of Garuda Indonesia is located at the airline's management building complex, which is located along with the airline's main hub and base of operations that's located on the grounds of Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, which is located approximately 12 miles northwest of central Jakarta in the suburban province of Tangerang, Banten, Indonesia. And the other primary hubs of Garuda Indonesia are located at Ngurah International Airport, located in Bali Denpasar, Indonesia; Sultan Hasanuddin International Airport, located in Makassar, Indonesia; and Kuala Namu International Airport, located in Delhi Serdang Regency, North Sumatra, Indonesia. And the secondary hubs of Garuda Indonesia are located at Junda International Airport, located in East Java, Indonesia; and Sultan Ajai Muhammad Sulaiman International Airport, located in East Kalimantan, Indonesia. And the focus cities of Garuda Indonesia are located at Adas Sucipto International Airport, located in Yogyakarta, Indonesia; Sam Ratulangi International Airport, located in Manado, North Sulawesi, Indonesia; and Sultan Mahmud Badruddin II International Airport, located in Palembang, South Sumatra, Indonesia. As of December 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Garuda Indonesia flies to 91 destinations across Asia, Australia, and Europe with the operating fleet of 139 aircraft that includes 74 Boeing 737-800s, in which 74 of those are Boeing 737-800 variant and one of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft. And in addition to the 139 aircraft that currently operates in Garuda's fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 71 more aircraft, which includes 49 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8s, and those aircraft as we speak are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. However, it was announced on March 21st, 2019 that Garuda Indonesia canceled their remaining 49 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 order. I'll go into that story momentarily. And also, as of December 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Garuda Indonesia is one of 10 airline carriers along with ANA All Nippon Airways based out of Tokyo, Japan; Asiana Airlines based out of Seoul, South Korea; Cathay Pacific based out of Hong Kong; EVA Air based out of Taipei, Taiwan; Hainan Airlines based out of Haikou, Hainan, China; Japan Airlines also based out of Tokyo, Japan; Lufthansa based out of Cologne, Germany; Qatar Airways based out of Doha, Qatar; and Singapore Airlines based out of Singapore, that own this prestigious honor, are currently operating as a certified 5-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here. You see the top of it, you see the aircraft type, the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the Boeing official license product decal, the lower part on the left side of the box, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model displayed there, including the airline's corporate livery scheme in the background. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see here is the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title, the aircraft type, as well as the specification concerning this map, the length as well as the width, the warning information, as well as the JC Wings logo at the lower part of the box. You can pause and read that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, okay? Alright, now you're looking at the top of the box where you see the aircraft type, the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model that's displayed on the top of this box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information that I showed you at the top of the box earlier on. Now you're looking at the metal model stand that actually came with the model, and see at the bottom of the model stand you see the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title, the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information at the lower part of this model stand. And then you come over here, you see that black pattern there, folks? The purpose of that black pattern is to protect your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Okay, with all that information out of the way about the history of Garuda Indonesia, all the details here on the front of this box, as well as the information at the back of the box, plus the model stand that you see there that came with the model. And since this particular model has no gear replacement doors, with no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Check it out. Alright, there it is, everyone. The JC Wings Garuda Indonesia Boeing 737 MAX 8 featuring the split tip winglets in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share some information about the Garuda Indonesia next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft and how it became a part of their fleet. Garuda Indonesia became the 15th airline carrier that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as the Jakarta-based airline took delivery of its first of 50 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8s that Garuda had placed orders for back on September 12, 2014, and received their very first next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft, which bears the registration ship number PK-GDA, which happens to be this aircraft here, on December 21st, 2017 at the airline's delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 737 Delivery Center facility, which is located in the Seattle suburb of Renton, Washington. And Garuda's first next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft touched down 5 days later on December 26, 2017 at the airline's main hub and base of operation, which is located on the grounds of Soekarno-Hatta International Airport, located in the Jakarta suburban province of Tangerang, Banten, Indonesia. Whereas the airline's first inaugural flight on this brand new state-of-the-art aircraft took place on January 8, 2018, when it flew from Soekarno-Hatta International Airport in Jakarta, Indonesia, to Juanda International Airport in East Java, Surabaya, Indonesia, as Jakarta, Bali Denpasar, Makassar, Kuala Namu, Juanda, Sultan Ajad Muhammad Sulaiman, Adasucipto, Sam Ratulangi, and Sultan Mahmud Baradin II was more than likely to become the gateway basis for this aircraft type, with the lion's share of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8s was to operate mostly out of their main hub at Soekarno-Hatta International Airport. However, on March 21st, 2019, Garuda Indonesia became the first airline to cancel their remaining 49 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 order after this particular aircraft was involved in 2 deadly crashes that occurred less than 5 months apart that claimed a total of 346 lives, following the Ethiopian Flight 302 crash, which took place on March 10, 2019, which killed 157 passengers and crew members aboard, and the Lion Air Flight 610 crash, which took place on October 29, 2018, which killed 189 passengers and crew members aboard, as Garuda Indonesia was expected to have all 50 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8s fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2024. Alright, now let's take a look at this livery you see on this aircraft. This is the current livery scheme of Garuda Indonesia, which is actually called Nature's Wing, which was once again rebranded sometime in 2009. The Nature Wing graphic design that's displayed on the split tip wingtip device you see here as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft there, also represents the color shades of blue and aqua, as nature's wing graphic design was also inspired by the wings of the tropical birds, as well as the ripples of the waves that's upon the water when viewed from the air. Whereas the airline's livery scheme, including its logo, was created and designed by the consultancy firm Orlando Associates, whose global headquarters is located in San Francisco, California. Well, everyone, with all that information out of the way about this aircraft and how they decided to go ahead and cancel for the reason I just mentioned, and with all the information about this delivery on this aircraft, with no further ado, everyone, let's get down to the nitty gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Okay, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port side's left side, where you see the nose gears right here. The nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door, DA, as well as the Peter tube and the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, and then you see the SkyTeam logo between the cockpit window and the L1 door, as well as the SkyTeam logo on the right side of the L1 door. Garuda Indonesia became the 20th member to join the SkyTeam Alliance on March 5, 2014, which consists of 20 airline members from 5 inhabited continents, as this alliance includes Aero Mexico, Air France, Delta, and Korean Air as the 4 founding members. And then you see the Indonesian flag decal you see up here right above the SkyTeam decal by the L1 door. And this flag decal actually represents the country where Garuda Indonesia currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Indonesia. And then you see the airline's logo right next to the Indonesian flag decal, which is this right here. This is the logo of Garuda Indonesia, which resembles that of the holy bird Garuda, which is a legendary bird in Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain mythology, as the Garuda is also considered the national emblem for the country of Indonesia and has been the airline's signature trademark logo ever since 1961. But this logo, however, was rebranded along with the airline's branding makeover back in 1985 and has been the airline's signature trademark logo ever since this airline was actually named after this particular bird, the Garuda. And then you see the Garuda Indonesia titles right there. And then right below the windows right there, you see the 737 MAX 8 decal. Alright, at the time of this video review posting, Garuda Indonesia is one of 3 carriers from Southeast Asia that currently operate this brand new state-of-the-art fuel-efficient aircraft, the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 in their fleet. Malindo Air, Silk Air are the other carriers from Southeast Asia that operate this aircraft in their fleets as well. However, this aircraft is being grounded until further notice. Alright, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft, and where you see here behind these engines are the bogey gears here, the landing bogey gears here on the port side, including the landing gear doors, and more importantly, these nice little big massive engine here featuring the engine cone. And these are the CFMI leading edge aviation propulsion -1B type engines that are used on this particular Garuda Indonesia next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft. And then you see the sawtooth pattern right here. The purpose of the sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency at the same time. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines and the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here, featuring the engine stripes right there. And as I mentioned, the turbofan blades do spin. Okay. And then you look at the inboard landing lights right there on the edge of the wing, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the port side, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side, featuring the engine stripes right there, and the turbofan blade spin over here as well. Okay, and then you look at the inboard landing lights here on the starboard side, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears, as well as the landing gear struts and the landing gear doors that's behind the engines. Okay. Now you're looking at the front view of this aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gear door, the nose gear struts, as well as the nose gears. Unfortunately, there are no nose gear lights on this particular aircraft. Okay. Alright, we still on the port side of the aircraft where you're looking at the wingtip device displayed there. And these newly advanced high-tech wingtip devices are actually called the split-tip winglet. And the purpose of this wingtip device is to maximize lift and improve aerodynamics and fuel efficiency at the same time. The newly advanced split-tip winglet is 9 feet 6 inches high, and it actually resembles that of a three-way hybrid between a blended winglet, a wingtip fence, and a rake wingtip. And then you see the red navigation light displayed there by the split-tip winglet. And then you see the airline's livery scheme painted on the split-tip winglet as well. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the registration ship number above the windows, registration ship number PK-GDA. Alright, registration ship number PK-GDA. This actual aircraft is the very first of 50 of the next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8s that officially entered the Garuda fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on December 5th, 2017 and was delivered to Garuda Indonesia on December 21st, 2017 and officially entered service on January 8, 2018. At the time of this video review posting, this aircraft has been grounded and Garuda Indonesia canceled their remaining order for this particular aircraft. Okay. Now we still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the tail fin of the aircraft was painted in the airline's corporate livery scheme, which is called Nature's Wings, I mentioned earlier. Okay. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft. What you see, the APU, auxiliary powered unit exhaust hole right there. It ain't no hole, they just painted one in there, as you can see here. And then right on the side here by the APU exhaust hole, that little silver thing there, silver dot there, that is the strobe light. Now you're looking at the Garuda Indonesia Boeing 737 MAX 8 featuring the brand new split tip winglets from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the nose gears, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door, DA, as well as the pitot tubes and static ports, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the SkyTeam logo, the Indonesian flag decal, the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title, the 737 MAX 8 decal, as well as the front bulk bin door. And then you slide over this way, you see the CFMI leading edge aviation propulsion -1B type engines here on the starboard side, featuring the sawtooth pattern right there, as I mentioned, for two reasons only: noise reduction and help fuel efficiency at the same time. Then you got the nose cone, the engine cones right there, which is very detailed, as well as the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side of the aircraft and the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the split tip winglet here on the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light. You also see the airline's livery scheme that's also painted on the split tip winglet. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear boat bin door right down in there, the registration ship number, as well as the airline's livery scheme that's painted on this tail fin of the aircraft, as well as the strobe light that sits next to the APU exhaust hole. Now, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. The gear does tilt. Then the only downside, the front nose gear does not swivel. That's the only downside on this aircraft model, but other than that, it's all good. So with no further ado, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the bird's eye view, where you see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the SkyTeam logo on both sides, the Indonesian flag decal on both sides, the airline's logo, the Garuda Indonesia title on both sides, the anti-collision beacon light, a high-frequency antenna, the ADF antennas in 3D, another high-frequency antenna, the registration ship number, and then there's the horizontal stabilizer. However, there are no luminaire lights on this aircraft. Let's check out the wings. See the wing walkway, the engines, as well as flaps, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. the registration ship number, as well as the upper part of the split tip winglet that's painted in the airline's corporate livery scheme on this side of the aircraft. Let's check out this side here. The wing walkway, the engines, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, as well as the upper part of the split tip winglet featuring the airline's corporate livery scheme that was also painted on this side of the aircraft as well. Now looking at the underbelly carriage view of this aircraft model, where you see the nose cone, the nose gear, as well as the nose gear door, another high frequency antenna, the hole where the stand goes in at, the anti-collision beacon light, another high frequency antenna. You slide up this way, the pressure relief valve, another antenna, and then you see the tail skid bumper right there. And the purpose of that tail skid bumper is to prevent the aircraft from being damaged when it takes off and land at a certain angle. Then you see the APU housing doors, and then there's the horizontal stabilizers right there underneath. And then you see the gears right here, the engines, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, the registration ship number, as well as the lower part of the split tip winglet that's painted in the corporate airlines livery scheme. Let's check out this side here. The gears, the engines, as well as the flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you. And then you see the lower part of the split tip winglet featuring the airline's corporate livery scheme painted on this split tip winglet as well. Okay, since I'll show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that model stand that actually came with the model. With no further ado, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Alright, finally got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation, no resistance whatsoever, as you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand, viewing from the port side. Now you're viewing this model in a takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the front view angle. Now you're seeing this model being displayed from the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the starboard side. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed in a takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. And since this aircraft does not have the gear replacement doors like previous other models, I'm going to go ahead and take this model stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? Alright, let's check out the seating configuration. The Garuda Indonesia next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 seats 170 passengers in a two-class configurated cabin layout. Now here's the breakdown, everyone. From rows 6 to 8, which will be from here to about right here, you have 8 business class seats, and rows 21 to 47, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft, you had an additional 162 economy class seats, which brings a total of 170 seats. And finally, Garuda Indonesia, before the aircraft was grounded, employed their next generation Boeing 737 MAX 8 on routes from Jakarta, Indonesia to destinations such as Junda, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model, or you plan on getting it, if you can find it, because it's becoming hard to find as we speak. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned, there's more model content coming. Peace.